Hi everyone, thanks so much for being here. So I just want to tell you guys really quick as an channel announcement before I show you guys what's on our TBR book carts is that first I want to say I appreciate everyone who's here, everyone who's watching. I started off my channel as doing 100% homeschool content. I really was focused on sharing my daughter's reading, sharing all like the beautiful illustrated books that I bought her. And then I realized, you know what, I'm reading just as much, not just as much as she is, but like on my own pace behind the scenes, as much as she is. So I thought it'd be really interesting. I kind of want to share what I'm reading also. So I started doing a lot more like booktube type content. And I just want to say, if you're here for booktube versus like homeschool, because I know those videos can be similar but yet very different. And I know a lot of people don't watch either or. If you don't have children that you're homeschooling, of course you're not going to watch the homeschool content. And maybe if you're not interested in what I read or your own personal reading, then you're not going to watch, the booktube stuff. So I just want to say that stick with me if you're here for either or, because I do plan on continuing to do a mix. So if you see a lot of homeschool videos, like a batch of them, it doesn't mean I'm not going to go back to doing book content. I have fallen out and kind of got, I haven't been doing a lot of homeschool content lately because we kind of are doing the same thing every week. But now that the year is kind of progressing and we're almost like, like we're getting towards the end of the year, not quite, but almost like to where I start planning for the next year. I'm going to be doing a lot more homeschool content. So if you're here for both, that's awesome. But if you're here for one or the other, I'd love for you to stay. I'm trying to build my channel. It's still a tiny channel. I appreciate everyone who's here. So I want to let you guys know that I'm going to just continue doing both. I'm trying to make it a little bit more even, but sometimes I have more book ideas and sometimes I have more homeschool ideas. So I just want to say that I'm not either one. I'm not one or the other, and I'm just like doing 100% booktube doesn't work for me because a lot of my time is spent doing homeschool, and then doing only homeschool doesn't work for me because then I'm not able to express myself with, what I read, and showing just 100% kids books is like a way for me to get flagged on this channel. That's what happened to my old channel, HRM Reads. A lot of you guys probably aren't familiar, probably don't care, but a lot of you guys are familiar that have been subscribed to me from the beginning with my homeschool stuff. But I had a previous channel called HMR Reads, and I'm just mentioning this because I'm pretty much starting over from scratch, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I take full responsibility. Like, I shouldn't have deleted that channel, but I deleted it out of anger because YouTube kept flagging me with COPPA violations, and they just were threatening me, oh, like you can get sued and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna quit making homeschool content for a while, or just delete my channel. And I deleted my channel. So now I'm starting over. The thing about YouTube, I noticed that people really like niches. And since I'm not really doing like lifestyle type content, I understand why. So it's really hard for me to kind of get traction, and I really like to get 1,000 subscribers, which is like, the small channel goal. So, but yeah, thank you for being here. I just wanted to say that real quick. Thank you so much. So I have both of our book cards here with me today, and I'm going to show you guys an update. I'm going to go over mine first. So this is my current book cart. I usually have the third row filled, but I've been trying to read what I have before I get new books. But yeah, so I think I'm going to get a few books for my birthday, which is in March. I'm going to do a birthday haul. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But yeah, otherwise I'm just trying to read what I have, and I'm reading stuff from the library. I just want to show you guys. So first I'm going to show you what I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Atessa, I think it's Moshfegh. Okay. So I really like her writing. She wrote Eileen, and this is my second book by her, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And it's like literary fiction, and about this woman who like wants to just kind of sleep a whole year away. And I'm going to talk about it in the future after I finish it, but that's what I'm currently reading. And I'm still reading David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. I'm halfway through. I just had to give myself a break, and I kind of wanted to read more modern fiction while I'm still working on it. So I have A World Full of Dickens Stories. This is like a kid's little cute illustrated book, and I like it because it's giving me kind of an overview of all the characters, because I'm trying to decide which Dickens I'm going to read next. after I finish David Copperfield. Okay, so next we have Tar Baby by Toni Morrison. So I've actually started it, and it really sounds interesting, like the synopsis of it or whatever. And so I'm hoping I will get more into it since it's like fresh, so I haven't really met all the characters yet and things like that, but I like it so far. And then Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. I started this one also, but I don't know. I just need to pick it back up, and I don't know if I'm going to finish it or not, because I read it in college, and I don't know. And I think it's a book that I have to read all at once and not go back and forth with David Copperfield. So I'm going to check it out when I finish David Copperfield. And then I have this fairy tale book. It's like Complete Fairy Tales, Hans Christian Andersen. That was like something I wanted to do for 2024, was like read more fairy tales. I literally just kind of forgot about it. And I read like one fairy tale so far, but I need to get on that. Okay, so next I have, and these are in order of kind of how I want to read them, but then again, these three I'm really excited about, so these kind of might get pushed up. Yeah, so I have The Lost Prince, Strange Weather in Tokyo, and then No and Me. And this is like a modern fiction. This is like a Japanese modern fiction, and then this is Frances Hodgson Burnett. I love her work, so I'm really excited to read that one. And then my daughter and I read Anne of Green Gables and Little Women together. We didn't finish Little Women because I didn't think it made a good read aloud. And then Anne of Green Gables, we did read together the whole book. But that was like in first grade, so I want to start it again on my own. Because if I really like it, hopefully, I did like it as a read aloud. But if I like it on my own, then I want to read the whole series. So yeah, so this is Austen Synthesis Ability. It is my goal of 2024 to read more Austen. I've only read Pride and Prejudice, so I actually found the hardback of this one at a bookstore because I have the giant, book of all her work, and it's hard to read. Okay, so then Little Women I also want to try. Don Quixote, I will admit, I'm like intimidated by this book. It's just huge. It's just huge, and it's a classic, and I'm just like, I just haven't even really sat down and started it yet. Yeah. Okay, so the next row I have A Tale of Two Cities by Dickens. Now, I will say, I'm kind of more interested in reading Hard Times. I think I'm going to get that as one of my birthday gifts to myself. And Bleak House and A Tale of Two Cities, I'm just not sure so far that they're piquing my interest, but I'm still going to try it. And then I have D.H. Lawrence, Lady Chatterley's Lover. I honestly don't even know what this book's about. I totally forgot. I bought it quite a while back at a bookstore, and I just need to try it. But yeah. And then I have two Daphne du Maurier books, Frenchman's Creek and Jamaica Inn. And then I have a giant Margaret Atwood section. Now, I'm definitely not going to be able to finish all of these in 1 month. There's no way. But I definitely want to motivate myself to start them. The only one I started, and if you want to call it DNF, was Oryx and Crake. Am I saying that right? Okay. So that one I just didn't get into, and I don't know, but I'm going to try it again. And so, but I'm really, Lady Oracle, these are like I'm really excited about. This one's so tiny. I wanted to try to find a larger one, but for now, that's what I have. And then the last three right here are Toni Morrison. Now, Toni Morrison, Beloved and The Bluest Eye are two of my favorite books. But I'll be honest, I started jazz. I started Song of Solomon. I didn't start Paradise. The third one is Paradise. Sorry. And I just couldn't get into jazz. And I gave myself a hard time over it because I was like, oh my gosh, come on. But I'm going to try it again. But I'm giving myself a break. I'm going to give myself a long break. And then Song of Solomon, I couldn't get into either. And I want to try it again. I preferred sorry, the camera got wonky. I prefer Song of Solomon a little bit over jazz. But yet again, I just don't know if jazz is for me. I don't know. Because I'm really, Tar Baby I'm liking. And then Paradise is the third one in the trilogy. I think jazz is second and Beloved's first. So Paradise, I haven't started it yet because I wanted to see if I would finish Jazz. I know they're kind of like books on their own. You know, I don't think you have to like read, they're not like the same characters. I always do that to myself with authors. I give myself a hard time if I don't like every book by them, if I really love like, you know, so I don't know. I just always do that to myself. So this is her cart. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know, my daughter pretty much mainly reads middle grade fantasy and like YA fantasy, but you can see there's a variety on this cart because a lot of them are books that I'm trying to get her to read more variety. So the first one is The Dragon Chronicles. She's currently reading this book now. She's almost finished it. It's like middle grade fantasy. And then the second one she started is Spirit Animals, also middle grade fantasy. And then so she read, I convinced her to read The Hobbit last year, but then now she's starting The Lord of the Rings Part 1, and she only got a little bit, not halfway, it's like like an eighth of way through. Okay, and then here's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. So I bought this book. It was kind of like a little treat for myself last year. I read it, and then she started it, but she wants to finish it. So those are all books she's currently reading. Now this one's the newest one in the I want to say the Aragon series, but I think it's Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini. So this book, she hasn't started yet. She just got it for her birthday. So she really liked The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. So here's Coraline. Here's Divergent, which I think it's like maybe YA. And then here is The Marvelers, all books she hasn't started yet. The next one is Serafina. And then we have books 2 and 3. Looks like they're out of order, but books 2 and 3 of The Menagerie by Tuati Sutherland and Carrie Sutherland. Also middle grade fantasy. And then the Inling, sorry. It's not the Inling. It's like Inling, the last book 1 by Catherine Applegate. I love Catherine Applegate, but I just couldn't get into this. I felt like it was a little too, I don't know, maybe just like middle grade and then adventure, or like kind of, it just was out of my element. And I was like, maybe, I bought it for both of us, so I'm interested to see what she'll think. But I really like a lot of her other work, but this one just wasn't for me. And then she really loves Margaret Peterson Haddock. She's read almost every single book by her that she's tried. This one is Among the Imposters. I don't know if it's like suspense, mystery. And then here is Shannon Hale in the Burning, I believe it's called. So this one she's been having for a while, you guys. Oh my gosh. So sometimes I'm like, I try to encourage her to sit down and open some of the older ones up, and you know. Okay, so here is Anne of Green Gables. So we have 2 copies, and because she got this one in a book set, I'll buy her the entire book set. And so she wants to reread it also. So this one is it Curio? Can't tell with the font. Curio? She picked this one up, I believe, at a bookstore. Here we have A Comb of Wishes by, let's see, Lisa Stringfellow. That one she got in an Owl Crate book subscription box a while ago. And then here is The Tales of Beetle Bard. I want to say this is a reread. I think she already read this one. Maybe not. Harry Potter. Okay. And then here's a graphic novel, Sisters by Raina Telgemeier. She has a bunch of her other graphic novels and she liked them. And then here is a Dragon. I believe I got this one for her. This is Dragon Rider. She just loves dragons, so she hasn't started yet though. Jane Eyre. So I thought she might be a little young for Jane Eyre, but I wanted her to have her own copy. I got her this cute a while ago. I got her this, but I'm not rushing her with this. It will definitely be required reading. Jane Eyre, I'm like lightly encouraging her to read it, but I'm not requiring it yet. But I definitely will make it like required reading for her because, you know, I homeschool her and we have a real personal connection to Jane Eyre. Part of her middle name is influenced by the book. And so here is a short little Grimm's fairy tale book. Roald Dahl, Danny and the Champion of the World, Boy, Tales of Childhood. Here's a classic that we got in a little set, The Water Babies. I just told her she should try it. I actually don't know anything about it other than when it came in that set. Here is Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. I believe That's a different series because she's reading that other Percy Jackson. Actually, we're waiting on a book from the library. It's a Percy Jackson and the Olympians. But yeah, so this one is The Trials of Apollo, book 1. So here's another series by Rick Riordan for her to try. So yeah, so that's Her Heart and Mind. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.